You're listening to Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio, the softest, mintiest show in town. Sponsored by Tree Bar Soft Mints.
Absolute Radio.
Oh, absolutely marvellous. That was Katie Tunstall. Now, I would never have thought that I would ever like Katie Tunstall. Not that I've really heard her stuff, but, you know, I'm thinking singer-songwriter. I'm thinking woman with guitar that looks a bit too big for that kind of singer-songwriter. You take my heart and you break it apart, and then well, you know what I mean. You take that, all that. I don't want that.
She's a bit more fun, Katie Tunstall.
Yeah, clearly. She's done a song about
Thank
Madame
you,
Trudeau.
Katie Tunstall expert over there.
Yeah, so I'm loving Katie. I used to have some darts made out of her as well.
What?
So she's...
Tungsten, you're thinking.
Oh, that was tungsten. I made a right fool of myself early on as well. Early doors on the show. I've made a fool of myself. Anyway, good morning. This is Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio. I'm with Emily and Gareth.
Hi, Frank.
Thank you for your warm and quick
Can
response.
I just say, just because we're not
Say
all over
anything you like.
we're not all over you like that the last presenter was, he loved you.
Isn't it? The last presenter, you mean OJ?
Yeah, OJ.
Yeah. He was just friendly, that's all.
He loved you, and you massaged him.
He's big.
That's all I'm saying.
You wouldn't be able to tell what I'm listening to him, but he's really big. He looks like he could
burly.
tear a man apart. Yeah, I reckon he works out.
Daisy called him a hunky Louis Theroux.
Yeah. There he is, look.
Yeah,
He can listen. Look, he's doing the muscle man pose outside. You're right, though. Yeah, honky Louis Theroux.
Hunky Louis Theroux.
That's correct.
I'll see you later.
Honky Louis Theroux is not that easy to say. That would be a great... I'm writing that down next to red leather, yellow leather. Try these out. I've got a long train journey today. I like a tongue twister on a train journey. I find people won't join in. Hold on a minute.
Saturday morning!
Oh, we're off. So, Stephen K. Amos is our guest today.
Oh.
And he's a funny man. And if you want to text us about anything at all, you can text us on 81215. Yes, 81215. I'll say that again. We've just got off and get a pencil and paper. That's what I used to do on the... So I was leaving... I was leaving the Absolute Studios last Saturday, and... I was just heading towards my car. There was a car.
Good old regional football manager telling an anecdote.
I don't know why. It just sounded
leaving
like
Absolute Studio.
It felt like it should be a sort of Bernard Manning type. I was leaving and then some terrible sordid tale, but no, it isn't. And I was walking towards my car when I heard a voice go, Franca. So I looked around. Who wouldn't? Well, I suppose in a list of people who wouldn't, there'd be quite a lot of people not called Frank. But anyway, there was a young woman there.
Oh, God.
No, she wasn't carrying a child and holding out an invoice. So she says to me, "Oh, I'm leaving. I am leaving the country after 10 years." And I thought, this is going to be for money or thermal blankets.
Was it Gamu?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Gamu. No, she was more Latinate.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Hispanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gamu, I believe, is African.
Yeah.
Yes. Gamu could be there today, waiting. Now, if she's listening to this, she'd think, I can't say it without doing the voice, so I'm not going to do it. So anyway...
So she's leaving the country after 10 years.
Yeah, and she said to me, I just wanted to say, and this is... I mean, I don't normally,
Don't stop the accent. I enjoyed the accent.
No, she said, I just want to say, you have been so marvellous, and I have loved you. I've read your books, listened to radio programs. I thought, listen to TV program. You have been here a long time. And I thought, that's really nice. And she said, can I give you a hug?
Oh, God.
And I thought, well, it's, I've already gotten it from that autograph collector last week. No, she looked lovely, though. She looked very clean. And so we hugged, and it was nice. And she said, thank you, because I know English don't like to touch. Which I thought...
True.
And I said...
Not in my case.
You haven't said where you're from. And she slightly hung her head.
Oh.
And she said, Uruguay. And then she said, I am sorry about the referee. It was so sweet.
That's very sweet.
Anyway, I got in my car after this, and the driver, and there are hard-bitten, cynical bunch drivers, spend a lot of time scraping vomit up upholstery. I mean, that would turn anyone into a cynic.
Exactly.
And he said to me, I was really moved by that, mate. He said we drove back in a glow of... Well, I was in a
nice.
glow of praise, and he was dining off the crumbs from my table. But I mean, that was all right. So that was we get some very lovely emails and texts to this show. Texts on 81215, obviously, and we never read them out because I say it sounds a bit rubbish reading out praise on the air. But we love them. We read them to each other, and we all glow. But that was just a lovely moment. So if Paula is listening. That's her name.
Oh, okay.
I didn't, Paula. That's what you're asking.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I warped. Can I say it? We can take that out.
No, you can't.
Can we edit? Oh, it's live. Well, I mean, I should have been told. Oh, dear. So, it was a lovely moment and music, I think.
This is Frank Skinner on
Absolute Radio.
Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
I went to a dog show on Sunday.
What?
Yeah.
What dog show?
Well, it wasn't...
Not Crofts. Oh, I love Crofts.
No, it wasn't Crofts. It was smaller than that.
Was it Kennel Club registered?
It
doesn't sound like it.
I don't think it was.
Okay.
I think, well, let's put it this way. The first category was Waggy's Tail.
That's hardly toy and utility, is it?
No,
My
no.
favourite group.
No, it was, what is it? Tour and
Toy and utility is my favourite dog group.
I think they are, yeah. I think their second album wasn't it wasn't as good. And that 19-minute version of How Much of That Doggy in the Window with feedback. And that sort of distorted barking. So I went to this show. It's in the park in Cheltenham, and it was really nice actually. And there was I met a nice lady who owned a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Because I had a Staffordshire
You like
Bull.
a Staffy?
See, I used to have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier when you only ever saw them in the West Midlands, and before they became associated with you could take one out without wearing an England shirt. You could just have ordinary people out
Frank,
there.
was that the dog we met in Blackpool? Was that a Staffy?
Yes.
Some people asked us to take the photo with you, and they insisted that the dog go in the front as part of the family, and you thought
Yes.
that was quite normal.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was completely... Anyway, so it was lovely and everyone was friendly. And a woman said to me... I tell you who was there, Damaris Heyman. Can you believe that?
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Damaris Heyman was in... she was a sort of comedienne, actress. She was in Doctor Who.
Was she?
I mean, the Pertwee years.
Oh, and Pertwee.
Oh, I'm surprised
Can you believe
I don't
that?
remember her.
Yeah. And she was also in Mutiny on the Buses.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bounty, and then you spoiled it all by
she
buses.
wasn't. She was actually... I think she was one of the crew on the Bounty. And she was in the St. the black and white St. Trinian's films. She was in those.
Oh.
Anyway, she does knitting now and sells small cardigans for children. But she was there, and a woman came up to me and said, TV doesn't do you any favours, does it? I said, you should see my flat. She said, no. She said, you look much fatter on TV.
Oh, God.
Me, a man who... I was I was in the final shortlist for Gandhi.
No, you're quite trim, though, Frank.
So me, Ben Kingsley and Zola Bod.
I wouldn't describe you as overweight.
No, but apparently, they say television puts... And she said, they say television puts £4 on you, whatever. And
£10.
Damaris said, well, it certainly didn't put £4 on me. It was a bit of a difficult moment, I'll be straight with you. But it was a fabulous show.
Did you see any other nice dogs?
Well, Pip was there.
Oh.
Because he featured heavily, because you had to guess his weight.
Oh.
What was he? German Wirehaired Pointer, that's my
I
favourite.
don't know what he was. I know he did flyball, which is the dogs hurdling events. Which is... he had the harness. They have a special harness for the flyball.
Oh, that sounds a
Really?
bit cruel. Is that like Police Dog Show?
Why do they have a harness? Do they just have to jump over hurdles?
Yeah.
So why do they have to... Does the owner run along with them?
I went to the dog show. I didn't organise it. Anyway, you had to guess Pip's weight, and I realised... No, then what they do with the flyball is that they... Pip apparently is a sort of secret weapon, because they measure the lowest, the height of the hurdles is measured against the lowest dog's shoulder.
Oh.
Lowest, is that right? Shortest dog?
I don't know.
Shoulder, is shoulder right?
You lost me at Pip.
Yeah, okay. So if you had you could have a greyhound, but you could also have a tiny dog like Pip, and you'd measure it by each, so the greyhound barely notices. Get out. And anyway, so it was. So I had to guess Pip's weight, and I realised that the only way I can estimate weight in any way is by thinking of the bags of sugar of my childhood, which weighed 2 pounds. So I had to look at Pip and imagine, if I held him in my hands, how many bags of sugar I would have to alter for it to be the same weight.
Oh.
Isn't that tragic that that's how I estimate things? I'm completely out of date.
I want you to get a dog, Frank. But you've got that rom-com bachelor penthouse. Well, not bachelor, because Kathy lives there.
Yes.
They're together, but it is a very rom-com penthouse.
Yeah, but we can't have dogs.
And you can't
on
have
the
dogs
lease.
there.
Yeah. Not the leash, it's on the leash. No, we can't have dogs. And I don't want to be, I don't want to be sneaking one in a hold all. I mean, I had enough trouble with Garmu. Anyway, so it was good, the Pip thing. I didn't get his weight, but I must say I won a bottle of wine on the tombola. Aye, thank you!
Oh, God.
This is Frank Skinner on
Absolute Radio.
Have we heard from the outside world?
Well, we have actually. We've got a text in from the Bucketeers. I'll explain who the Bucketeers are.
The Bucketeers. Okay.
Hi, Frank. We're a group of 4 50-something girls working through our bucket list and want to test out your tingle factor. None of us have been to an opera.
We should say that a bucket list is about things to do before you kick the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us have ever been to an opera, so what would you recommend for a first time? If it helps, we tried Swan Lake for our first ballet, and that was a success. Cheers from the Bucketeers.
Well, of course, it depends what's on. I mean,
exactly.
the most populist, I would say, is Carmen.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'll know a lot of the tunes from Carmen.
Oh, that was the one that Del Boy liked.
Yeah.
All that. I can tell you're warming to it already. In fact, you don't need to hear it.
No.
Just get that off the podcast and play it over and over again. You'll feel you know your way around Carmen, like I know my way around Oldbury Town Centre. Don't ask.
I recommend La Boheme. And that's all I have to say on the matter.
Me and Laura saw Carmen in Verona, and that was good. They have the amphitheatre.
Oh, yeah.
Where we went on our honeymoon.
How lovely.
Really? Oh.
And then we went to see Tosca at a matinee. It was rubbish. It was
dear.
Tosca!
The best bit in Tosca is I don't want to spoil the end for anyone, but when she jumps off the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but have you ever seen Margot? No, not her. What's she called? The big Maria Callas's Tosca.
Yeah.
Oh, I cried like a baby. When I say I cried like a baby, I went. I mean, people will look. I got shushed.
Speaking of gigs, I've got an email in reference to you're talking about going to Placebo last week.
Oh, see, I thought that was an email from Ryan Giggs. I got so excited. I mean, imagine it.
That android? Why would you want to hear from that android?
Oh, don't be horrible. I just think he's got no eyelids.
No, he's been droided by Alex Ferguson, but that's another story.
I see.
He droids them.
Michael Hall.
I do, actually.
Michael Hall.
Michael Hall has emailed saying, "Good day, Frank and the crew.
I'm liking good day.
I can totally sympathise with your placebo
it's the 5,000
story."
neighbours, I think, coming up, and obviously he's joining in on that.
Wow, you've moved around a lot.
No, I've stayed. They keep moving.
Is it? Right.
I must play my music slightly quieter in future.
I can totally sympathise with your placebo story. I myself was at a
Can I say
gig.
about that I went to a placebo gig and got hit by a missile? I don't need to think that I went to have treatment for a major illness and they gave me a placebo and then I wasn't cured and I was moaning about that. That wasn't the case.
No, you just get cosmetic surgery. Anyway, as you were, Gareth.
He actually spells story like S-T-O-R-E-Y, like it's
Look,
a level
I'm trying
of
to
a flat.
encourage people to join in with the show, and you pour ridicule on them.
No, but that's probably...
Pour ridicule? Is that Scottish daytime? That's Paul Coyer. Carry on.
I myself was at a Kasabian gig in West Australia a few months back and copped a full pint plastic
Oh,
cup
I'm glad he said full pint.
right in the eye.
Oh, dear.
Thrown from the balcony into the crowd. That's what the pint was, not him.
Yeah.
Peering through the foam and stings, I could just about make out the lad next to me.
Peering through the foam and stings. I'm loving that.
It's very poetic.
That is. That's fabulous. That's like
The
if
sting
you
was
was
there.
at an Ibiza party with police.
A lot of bees.
You'd be peering through the foam and sting. You with me? You with me? Okay. I don't feel you are.
Peering through the foam and stings, I could just about make out the lad next to me awkwardly shout, "It's okay, mate, dance it off."
See what a lovely
Yeah.
attitude to life.
I like that.
Dance it
Australians.
off. Well, we can all learn from that, I think.
Just dance it off.
Yeah, let's just let that hang in the air a little. Just dance it off, ladies and gentlemen. I danced it off last night. Yes, certainly. I went to
I
Dave
wondered
Gorman.
where it had gone.
Yeah. No, that's just a fold in the fabric. I went to Dave Gorman's wedding celebration. I mean, I wasn't in the inner circle. I wasn't at the ceremony, nor was I in the secondary circle.
Well,
at the
actually,
dinner, but I was at the
Gareth
evening
and I
party.
went to that. Oh no, we didn't because we weren't invited.
Yes,
Oh.
but no, don't be.
I won't be bitter.
Don't be bitter. It was.
Was it fun?
It was. Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, I was only there 20 minutes because my girlfriend has got a chest infection.
Oh,
And if you knew my girlfriend, you know how serious that would be.
God.
So, no, it was. We had a long. Well, I'll tell you what we did. We had a long debate about
Because the
way-
producer Emma went as well.
Yeah, she went. I
Yeah.
didn't see her.
Oh, didn't you?
No, we don't really mix. I don't think it does. You know, to mix work and pleasure.
Oh, God.
Do you find that? I told you, Grant, that 10 years ago. He ignored me. Where did it leave him? You guessed it. Yeah. So, I'll tell you about what happened.
Okay.
But before, I mean, as by way of when every week we ask people to text in their thoughts. We had a long debate, my girlfriend and I, about a wedding present, and I wonder if anyone's had any brilliant wedding present or rubbish wedding present, or have given. Likewise, that's the kind of phone, but I'll talk about it after. But if you want to dance, I suggest that the whole country gets up and dance to this, because this is one of my choices, and I love it.
This is Frank Skinner
Absolute.
Radio.
Ghost Cat. That was Ghost Cat. Everybody on the dance floor. I love it.
Yes, I quite like that.
It
as well.
rocks my boat.
Everybody was on the dance floor last night.
Yes, there was a
Apart from me and
rockabilly.
Emily, we weren't invited.
No.
Oh, look, we've got to let it go. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're in social Siberia. It hurts. You just have to live with it.
To me, I mean, to Dave's credit, it wasn't that kind of a show-busy thing. It was family, you know, and close friend. I was there really as a plus one, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, because
Because-
Kath knows Dave's
Because
girlfriend.
Kath and Dave's wife
Oh, I'm sorry.
are good friends. Anyway, we had a big debate about the what gift to
Oh,
get.
yeah.
Also, can I ask you, before we go there, I want to ask you advice. I wrote out the wedding card. You know,
Yeah.
you buy it, and it was a lovely traditional card, Volkswagen Beetle with boots hanging off the back, just married. You get the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wrote to Dave and Bethan, and then I wrote, may you be the guardians of each other's solitude.
Oh, fine.
What do you think?
Oh, it's awful.
Don't like it?
No.
It's a bit ambiguous. It's not
It's-
entirely clear what you mean by that.
Well, I thought that, you know...
Sounds
that'll
like
be-
you're going to lock each other in the basement or something.
Yeah. Well, no, they're... I thought it'd be something to, you know, something they can analyse over the honeymoon period. No.
Do you know what you've got wrong? That's 10 years in you can start taking on concepts like that.
No, but they're very bright people. And it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
quote from the poet Rilke, right?
Oh, you love that Rilke.
Yeah.
Oh, you love a bit of Rilke.
And I was waiting for an alarm. There wasn't one, so we're all right with Rilke. Absolutely. It slipped through the absolute net of poets not to mention. But he said that you know, it's all about... I think I offered this as advice once to one of our listeners, that you don't try and... You know, this thing about the other half, where you try and sort of consume each other. No, you've got to allow
That's
each
the
other
Plato
to
idea.
develop as individuals, and so you are the guardians for each other's solitude. It's a nice thing. But after I'd written it, I thought, I wonder if I should have put an elaborate footnote explaining all this, which I don't normally use on a greetings card. But
It's a bit Martin Amis, a footnote on a card.
Yeah, but are they going to think I'm being a bit... I hope they don't. I'm sure they'll... Anyway, 8, 12, 15, if you want to text us on... So, in the end, we had a long debate about what to get, and... Because some people now, they just... what did you have, Gareth, for your...
We just, we were quite young when we got married, so we just had money, because we didn't have anywhere
money.
to live.
Stop boasting.
You didn't have anywhere to live?
No.
Oh,
So
I love a
gifts
homeless
were-
marriage. Fabulous. Did you use a ring pull from a Coca-Cola can as the ring? Yeah?
No.
No.
And they had a little dog on a string as their little usher.
How heavy was it, would you say? I'd say about 6 bags of sugar. No
It was
more.
in the working and pastoral group, not the toy and utility.
Ooh,
That's
fair
how big it was.
So you had money. Was it pinned to a dress? Was it one of those, like a...
No, just in envelopes and stuff, and, you know, in cards. Did
Who was the
your
best
card have
man?
any
Terry
money in?
Venables?
George Graham. It sounds a bit mafia wedding, Frank.
It does a bit. I don't want to dwell. I don't want to delve any deeper into that.
Some people got us presents anyway, though. And one lady who was from Canada, she was a student at our university, and she made us, her mum and her, make photo albums. So she gave us a nice green photo album with a lighthouse painted on.
Beautiful. And does it flash on and off if you can't find it in the...
No, there's
You got you a photo album
quite
in
a
the
lot of
digital
ships
age.
have been wrecked on that photo album.
Well, that sounds
Frank,
like
we've
a
had a-
terrible sexual euphemism, which I have no wish to pull apart.
Tom Jackson in Leicester has texted
Tom
in.
Jackson, the former secretary of the Postmen's Union.
No, Tom Jackson in Leicester
Doesn't say not.
says, about 5 years ago I broke my leg and was out of work for 10 months and was a bit skin. And I got invited to a wedding, and rather than just get them a card, I taped £3 coins to it, like kids used to get at birthday parties. I look back on that with shame. I don't think that's shameful. I think it's very...
£3. No, not at all shameful.
Better than an old photo album.
When you consider that a 6-year-old child gave the Conservative Party £1, this man, I mean, completely people she doesn't even know. Yeah, well, I mean, well, I'll tell you what after what
What you got?
yeah, because in the end I went solo and I went and I went and got a present on my own volition.
Oh, God.
And well, exactly.
We only have this extra. This is Frank Skinner
Absolute.
Radio.
I'll tell you what is ironic, though, and this is a true story. I went to see Carmen at the Metropolitan Opera House in New York.
Oh, yeah.
They had 3 real horses on stage. 3 real horses. Not a hint of wrongdoings, if you know what I'm saying. I went to the toilet in there. There was a trail of excrement from the cubicle into the middle of the floor. Now, eh?
How'd you work that out?
Well, exactly. Oh, hold on. That was Crossfire by Brandon Flowers.
Yeah.
Brandon Flowers. Yeah, so what I opted for in the end for Dave Gorman and his lovely wife was 2 personalised wooden egg cups.
Wow.
Oh, God.
A yellow one and a white one representing yolk and albumin. And
Is that really what you got?
Yeah, did you think... Well, what kind of a joke would that be? What, the old wooden egg cups? Prank? No, that's what I got, yeah. One says Dave and one says...
Oh, they were personal. Okay, they had an inscription.
Yeah, they had an inscription.
Okay, that's all right.
But the yellow and white suggesting that they would join, together, but not, as I say, separated by a small film of yolk skin. What do you think?
Quite sweet.
Interesting.
Oh, I like it now. It's grown on
Oh,
me.
you see, at first you think wooden egg cups.
Well, yeah.
Are you serious?
I
But when
like
you
the
see
thinking
name-
behind it. The concept was good.
Oh, well, I didn't explain that. That probably should have been footnote number 2.
Well, it's not exactly the tartan hammock that I bought for the Lord one wedding. But,
You bought a tartan hammock.
for a Lord, yeah, he was getting married.
The proper lord.
He was Lord.
Oh. That's nice.
We got a hammock as well. Someone did
For a
buy us
lord?
a hammock.
You got a hammock?
Yeah, someone bought us a hammock.
I mean, what's with that hammock as a wedding present?
Well, they're very popular, Frank, on a wedding list. Because you go through, don't you, that
a
wedding...
hammock?
Yes. It's the sort of thing that you wouldn't buy yourself, but you'd like someone
No,
to get for
'cause
you.
you don't
Yeah,
want
but
to.
you
Like diamonds.
Can you get two people in a hammock?
Yeah,
Depends on the person.
depends. Well, we didn't ever have two trees close enough to each other to use it.
Oh, well, that's, you see, that
Or
with
two
a hammock,
trees.
that's a...
Yeah.
Was there any other
Way
vertical structures you could have used?
I don't know. We never found
Drain
anywhere to
pipe
put it
and
up.
maybe an elderly relative. So you've never put it on? What, do you just lie on it on the floor?
No, we don't use it.
The
We've never
hammock.
used it.
Well, that's this week's prize. What do you think? Should we give it a surprise?
I
Frank,
don't know where it is.
How do you lose a hammock? How big's your house?
sorry
Sorry.
to drag you away from the
no, yes.
hammock subject, but Carl from London is a bit concerned about you. He says, "Hi all, I saw Frank yesterday morning on Charing Cross Road in London, and he looked troubled, so I decided not to approach. Did I make a mistake?" That's Carl.
Well, the thing is, Carl, it depends how long my hair was when you saw me. Because I was on my way for a haircut at Mr. Topper's in
Oh, yeah.
Old Compton. Only £7. I mean, can't argue
Well,
with
you'd
that.
never know.
Yeah, and, you know, and you find out all sorts of stuff about Australia that you don't know. So everyone in there is Australian. It's
Oh, are
be-
they?
Yeah, it's much cheaper than going Qantas. So, so if I was on my way there, I probably had that, oh, actually, you know, you look at yourself in a passing, when you pass in a shop, look in the window and think, actually, it looks good. Do I want to get it cut? But when I came out, I was quite pleased with it. Although
It does look nice.
it's a bit quadrophenia, but we'll more of that later, perhaps. So, but you should always say hello, Carl. I'm very approachable. Oh, why, I was hugged outside Absolute Radio only last week. Can you believe that? Next.
Have we got time to read out my favourite text?
Oh, we got time to read a Swedish translation of the Old Testament.
It features you quite heavily.
It features me? Go for
Yeah.
it.
It's from Mark Whitecross. Hi, Frank. I think your show is excellent, much like your sitcom Shane was. Oh, remember Shane?
Oh, my God, he's mentioned the elephant in the room.
Your sitcom, I like that. But why was the show never released on DVD?
Well...
Also, in your book, you talk about the second series. I think you should post all episodes on your website for the world to enjoy once more.
Yes. Now the thing is with this is that I made a second series. It was filmed, edited, all spick and span, and ITV thought it was so terrible it was never broadcast. And I'm talking ITV. ITV.
Wow.
Home of Daybreak.
It was a sitcom that wasn't good enough for ITV.
Oh, Frank.
I mean.
I think that's mean of
Or
them.
was it too good?
Oh, maybe it was
Well, I
too
think it
good.
was too
Of
good.
course, I know. For years, I've sat poring over that decision, and now that never occurred to me.
Mark Whitecross is a fan. He likes it.
He never saw the second series.
Do you want to know what else Mark Whitecross says? You were talking about teddy bear names a few weeks ago, and I have a friend who has a teddy and a panda that guard his room. The panda is called Panda, and the teddy is called Brian Suntan.
Brian Sontag.
Yes. I like that they guard his room, and the
Yeah,
friend is
I'm
24, and they guard his room.
Yeah.
TV show.
I don't have a problem with that. But Brian Suntan, there must be a story to that, surely.
I'm worried about his security. I don't think they're going to, unless they're very big.
Yeah, unless they're real. What if they're real? I once saw an advert for a World Cup exhibition, and you know World Cup Willie, who was the mascot for the 1966
Well, Cup
World
Willie,
Cup.
the disease, or the...
He was like a little lion.
Yes, I remember him.
A lion, and it said plus World Cup Willie brackets life size. Well, does he exist? Anyway.
You're listening to Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio. Working towards a mintier world with Treebor Soft Mints.
Absolute Radio.
Stephen K. Amos will be with us soon.
Yeah, he's in the building, is he?
Is he in the building?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if he's actually in the building. But,
Oh,
you know,
God.
I think if you think positive, you make things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I remember Dame Evadne Price used to say, think lucky and you'll be lucky. Okay.
We've had an opera text in, Frank,
An
on
opera
81215. From Man.
What key is it in?
From Mand in Plaistow, who says, normally I only listen to the podcast, but I got up early today to go to Billingsgate Market. Opera? When I lived in Prague, I saw... I'm loving Mand.
She's got everything. She's got Billingsgate Market.
Yeah, she's got Prague. She's got more up her sleeve. When I lived in Prague, I saw Don Giovanni 3 times.
Did you speak to him? Because I find him very unapproachable.
At the Estates Theatre where Mozart premiered it. And when I lived in Cairo now she's gone.
Wow, what a woman.
I saw Aida performed at the Pyramids, both brilliant. When I grew up in Smethwick, no opera.
No, well, I grew up in Smethwick, and no, we weren't big on opera, but the canals on a sunny day.
I've got a text, no name, 7-Eleven.
Okay. 7-Eleven? Surely they should be working.
Thought listening to Frank's brilliant humour would wake up my hungover mother lying next to me. It's not working.
Oh, dear.
Hungover mother?
Wait, that's from Ethan. Sorry, I shouldn't have read it.
I thought it might be from Harvey Price.
Also on weddings, Kath from Hartlepool. Frank, one of the guests at our wedding wrote in the card, "May the seed of your loins grow fruitful in the belly of your woman."
Yeah, I don't know. Who was that? Alan Titchmarsh? Mike, well, I tell you what was an odd thing this week. I tell you what, by the way, I haven't told you this yet, but I've had 2 international work offers this week.
Wow.
2 international work offers. Now, if I just made my work judgment on travel, I should be off like a runaway kite.
Where are they?
Well, Australia.
Wow.
Oh.
9 days on the panel of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Oh.
No. Is that right? Really?
Well, I've been offered it.
A panel?
No, I know, but you should do that.
Really?
Oh, yeah, Frank. You seen that hotel they put you up in, the Versace Palazzo? Hello.
No, I haven't
Kath would
seen
love
it.
that.
Do you know what hotel they put
Because
you on?
I know where they stay.
Okay. And the other one, 7 days in Argentina. I'm saying Argentina. Yeah?
What's doing?
Celebrity Total Wipeout.
Oh, you should definitely do that. Celebrity Total Wipeout is brilliant.
Not with my back.
With the big balls.
Yeah,
Yeah, they jump on big balls.
I know, I've seen it. It looks absolutely... I'm
Brilliant.
wondering that they do it in Argentina
love that.
because the health and safety is a bit less, you know.
Yeah, but you won't have to be on it. Do you have to be on it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't do that. There's these big balls.
Yes,
that
I
you'll
know,
fall
there's
off.
big balls. You mentioned that.
Is it not? It's like it's a knockout, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
really
like... But it's
dangerous.
sort of extreme. It's a knockout.
I don't think you'd live, Frank, if you did that. It's
But this
really
could be your
dangerous.
chance for you. Could be sitting this side of the desk.
Definitely
Post
do
Celebrity
it.
Total Wipeout.
Definitely. I think you'd be great on it, Frank.
Yeah.
I don't think your spine would be broken at all on those big balls.
Well, when it said Celebrity Total Wipeout, I thought it was one of these homeopathic treatments. You know, I thought I'd rather have a big cotton bud.
Wow.
But no, it's anyway. I mean, I don't know if it's me. So I'm going to play The Fall now. Is Stephen here yet?
Oh, I don't think so.
So, you know, this is the point where some people would be saying, where on earth are they? I'm already thinking automobile accident. That's the way I...
Oh.
No, but I
Don't be
get fretful. Because, things happen.
Remember when Ed Byrne got stuck in the ditch?
Well, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. If Stephen doesn't make it, he'll be the only the second guest not to turn up for the show. But let's hope it's nothing serious. And just to cheer us all up, here's everyone's favourite band, The Fall, with Funnel of Love.
Frank on
Radio.
Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio.
Absolute Radio.
That's my favourite Fall song ever.
I know, that's why
I love it.
I chose it especially for you and Daisy. I heard the original, I think. Is it Wanda Jackson, the original?
Yeah, I believe you might be right.
Is it a cover?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a cover. Did you watch any of the Tory party conference this week?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
David Cameron with that. And I saw the pictures of him with a pint of Guinness, which
Yeah.
was 90% all foam or head or whatever.
Yeah,
he doesn't really drink.
all fun. What about that?
He doesn't
That's
drink
not
beer,
the official
really.
view of Absolute Radio, by the way. That's just
No.
me. Well, did you see that bit where he thanked Neve this 6-year-old girl that
Oh, the
sent him
little
a
girl.
pound coin.
The girl who sent the pound, yes.
Yeah, and at the end he said he just held up the pound coin. We don't know if it was the same one. Could have been switched. He held it up and said, "Thank you, Neve," and there was no suggestion it was going to be returned.
No.
It's actually going to be kept. A child's pound.
No, it did
what was
say in
she-
the paper that it has to be returned because of the strict rules about accepting gifts.
You're joking.
No, yeah, they have to send it back.
Is she
Yeah.
actually now an official party donor?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they're sending it back.
Yeah, they're sending it back.
So what? And she was
if it
sending
was
in
£1
the
million
money.
pounds from Lord Rothen
Well, exactly.
Williams, that would be
Lord Bransuntan.
Yeah,
That'd
exactly.
be a different matter.
Exactly, that'd be kept.
So why was she sending the money again? She said,
She said to help help jobs, was it?
Yes, I wanted to make the country better and pay for jobs. She
Right.
heard about the deficit and wanted to...
Where did she hear about the 6-year-old child heard about the deficit?
"Oh, she's got very modern
That
parents."
Brian Sontan, he gossips. He really gossips.
Gossiping Ted. He should be guarding the door.
That's what he's-
Sitting
that's
there
what his
gossiping
job
with
is.
the panda.
Is he guarding the door? Is he wearing like a leather bomber jacket and a dicky bow, like anyone who guards doors do you think?
What's the panda's role in it? Anyway.
Well, I'm not sure about
And
the
she
panda.
got the money from the Tooth Fairy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So really, the
Because-
Tooth Fairy. It's the Tooth Fairy's.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think the Tooth Fairy wouldn't come if he knew that his rewards were going to be turned into political
Exactly.
contributions.
Yeah.
Well, I think they should keep the Tooth Fairy out of it, because I'm worried if when the Conservatives remember the Tooth Fairy, they'll want to cut down. They want to make cuts.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
does the Tooth Fairy work for the government, or is he...
I don't
He-
know.
How does it work?
I always assumed it was a she.
Oh, you thought it was a lady?
Yeah, I used to sleep in pants when I had a tooth under the thing, just in case. Yeah.
Oh, I loved it when the Tooth Fairy came.
Well, you know what my teeth are like. I mean, she came quite a lot. as
Well,
you
she's,
can
she's
imagine.
still coming, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah,
You're
what she takes them away, she cleans them and brings them back. It's like when you leave your shoes outside a hotel door. No, I certainly didn't get a pound. Obviously, times have changed.
I had them late into life because I had lots of little milk teeth till I was quite old.
Did you? Till
yeah.
how old?
Oh no, I don't remember the exact age. I don't know when. I can't remember when I first got them fixed. But
Yeah.
no, I used to. It was my favourite thing. But I used to get £1 back then. So I was going to say inflation. What's that doing? Do you just get £1 a tooth then? Do you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Neve's been building it up.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, she might have had. She might have lost 4 or 5 at a time. I'm not sure about the whole. I think I used to leave sherry in a mince pie.
Oh, no.
Got completely mixed up with the. No wonder the poor thing's going around distributing money like there's no tomorrow. Drunk, completely drunk.
This is Frank Skinner on
Absolute Radio.
Frank Skinner.
Absolute Radio.
Scissor Sisters, Laura, and also when the fairy came in our house, not only did he leave money, she. It's in a way it's asexual, but he used to leave a jewel of some kind, some sort of
jewel?
A jewel, yeah,
What,
like a plastic. Looking back,
I was going to say it's not like a Krupp's diamond.
But
yeah.
well, I remember
was your
one
egg.
year I said, but I said to my mum, I said, but this, I remember you having these. This is an earring of yours. I recognise it. And she said, but that's what they do. The tooth fairies. She saw them
Steal?
as plural. No, she said I threw those out ages ago. They were probably on the council tip. And it'd be passing to catch the glint, a beam of sunlight, and swoop down. They can swoop.
Yeah.
They just narrow the. I don't know if you've ever seen them do it. They narrow the wings into a point, more or less. They drop like a stone. And yeah, and
Was it disinfected once, the things he found off
well,
the
like
dog?
that. She. That I don't know.
Says the man who has a chair from a skip for his child.
That is true.
Do you have a chair?
And yeah.
My mum got it. My mum got I think they got something else out from front of someone's house as well recently. They
Yeah.
They don't tell me nowadays.
plant.
That's where your fridge is from.
Yeah. Okay.
Frank, can I read a text out which I rather
Oh,
enjoyed?
go on, read a text. Have we been texted on 8, 12, 15?
Yeah, by Jason, who's from
Have
Preston.
we been texted by Stephen K. Amos to say where he is?
Dear Frank, I'm not coming in because I hate you. Love,
Oh,
Stephen.
well, he could have broke down a bit more.
Lots
gently.
of love, Stephen.
Oh.
From Jason in Preston. I hear that a hammock was bought as a present for a lord. Oh, yes, that's right. I bought that as a wedding present for a lord. I couldn't help thinking that it might have been for Lord Vader. I have visions of him hanging around the garden in the summer, drinking lemon tea and relaxing in his hammock.
What, moored between two Death Stars? Sitting in space.
And he'd take his helmet. You know, there's that scene where someone walks in on him. And,
What?
Yeah, he's got his... And
I don't
someone
think
walks,
that was-
Worry
walks
about
in
this.
on
This will
him.
be one of those.
No, it's
I
not.
think
that's what I was going to
It's
say.
not. It's
Star
not.
Horse.
No. They walk in and he's got his helmet off. And as he turns around, the helmet is lowered back onto him. He probably would take his helmet off for a hammock, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, he was also the Green Cross man,
Oh, yeah.
wasn't he? So we know what he looks like.
He's more machine than man now, though. That's what I heard.
Who?
Lord Vader.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry
Stephen
to hear
King.
that. If you're listening, Lord Vader. But, we wish you well. Our thoughts with his family.
Yeah.
Who is his family? Is that Harrison? No, it's not. It's the other one.
No, Luke
Anyway,
Luke
enough
Skywalker,
of
Mark
this
Hamill.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
So, swimming.
Yes, I take Ethan swimming.
I'm excited about this because I can't swim. So any story about swimming is to most people like a story about levitation because I can't imagine being able to swim. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it.
Well, I take Ethan swimming on a Monday. He can't swim yet. I can swim, but he can't swim yet. And
That's all that established. That's what I like about that. You get the basics. We know the situation now. Middle-aged man. Are you middle-aged?
No.
Okay. Man in his late 20s. who
No,
can
no, he's
swim.
30.
I'm 30 years old.
Okay.
I like
and how
that-
old's
I like-
Ethan now?
15 months.
Well, he should be all right. I mean, he's essentially still fluid.
I like Gareth's very busy, stressful start to the week on a Monday morning, taking Ethan swimming. I'm very jealous.
It is quite stressful.
I bet it is.
It's
It's a
quite
big
stressful.
responsibility.
Yeah.
You could go down like a brick.
I was very excited. I was very excited because
Do they still pick up the brick? Is that still... I remember
Oh,
in
yeah, to
swimming
get my
lessons,
life-saving, you had to do that to
you
get your bronze,
you
in
used to-
pyjamas,
and you had to swim in pyjamas.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
to get the brick.
Yeah. Johnny Fingers, he had all the stripes first year.
We haven't started with the brick with Ethan yet. I think he'd be okay getting down to it, as you say, but I don't.
Oh, we can get down to it.
It's like cool in the
man.
game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. He loves it. He likes old school. That's his thing, which is odd because obviously he goes to a new school. I'm going to play a song I really like by Sparrow in the Workshop. Then we'll come back because I'm intrigued. In the deep end.
I'm just going to talk to Stephen K. Amos. Hi,
in it.
Stephen. Hi.
See, no, he's not here.
Oh, okay.
This is Frank Skinner on
Absolute Radio.
Wow, she's got a high voice. The lead vocalist with Sparrow in the Workshop. I'm assuming it's Sparrow. That was back to Red. She's like Minnie Riperton. Remember Minnie Riperton?
No.
Loving you. La 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 la.
Oh, yeah.
That one. Yeah. She was one of the. She was Northern lass. I think she was one of the Yorkshire Ripertons.
Frank.
Sorry. Where were we? Oh yeah, swimming.
Ethan
it
was
was-
holding a brick in
It
the
was a
pool.
big day.
No, we didn't do the brick.
No, he
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
He doesn't like it. It's a big day because I was getting him armbands for the first time.
Oh, was it
So-
some sort of Nazi event?
No, like blow-up ones,
Oh, okay.
inflatable orange armbands.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Water wings. Is that what they're called?
Yes. If
Okay.
you're Americans call it that, do they?
Well,
Bit
we
water
always
wings?
called it that.
I don't know.
Armbands.
Armbands.
I don't recall us living in Illinois. Okay, water wings.
I called it the swimming coach.
The swimming coat.
Yeah, they would help you float.
I was sick on the swimming coach twice.
And
I did have my bear behind against the back window. Why did we do that at school? Anyway, trunks wrapped in a towel.
Oh, the smell. Oh, mildew.
and before he had this special kind of rubber ring thing that you kind of strapped him into. And it kind of
Horrible.
A bit like a dog's flyball harness.
It's like the Cheltenham Dog Show all over again.
So it was the first. But the thing I was worried about with Ethan with armbands is that he's very cute and lovely, but he doesn't have much of a neck to speak of.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So he's so what I was
Is he
worried
going to grow
about.
out of that, or is that
I don't
going to
know.
be...
It's going to grow out of it.
I think he carries it off really well.
Do you think it's going to spring out like a jack in a box?
like E.T.?
Yeah. Could you buy him? Could he carry off a necklace? Well, he is necklace apparently.
And what I was worried about is because the armbands are kind of...
You didn't put them around his neck,
no.
no.
Or at the shoulder.
Yeah.
And then so, like, you've got to be a certain way out of the water for it to work. Like, and with not having... And so I tried them on him, and it didn't work.
Really?
He was too low down in the water.
I remember seeing some in a shop, though, and it said neck not supplied on the thing. I think you're supposed to bring your own neck to the party.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that before. Surely I can float in.
Well, exactly. It doesn't happen very often.
Maybe you have to learn the
rude.
technique of like closing your mouth so it doesn't. But also, you can get younger ones, which go all the way round.
Younger armbands.
Younger armbands. Younger.
How old are these?
As opposed to the past it 50-year-old.
These were used by Captain Matthew Webb when he did the Channel.
And anyway, so we dumped the armbands, they were no good. But then the fire alarm went off.
Oh, well, it's one thing after the next.
In the swimming pool.
We're not going to burn to death in the swimming pool.
I was going to say, why did they bother with a fire alarm?
I don't know.
What's that for? Youth smoking?
We had to get out of the pool for the fire alarm.
Oh.
Doesn't make any sense.
Did you have your on briefs on? What were you wearing?
I don't even want to hear this bit. I just won't listen to this bit. It's as simple as that.
This is Frank Skinner
Absolute
Radio.
That's Blur, Girls and Boys. Good, bit long.
Never mind that, Frank. I've got abandonment issues. Why does Stephen K must hurt me like this?
No, I don't think it...
Why
we
does
have
he
to
hurt
accept-
me so?
We have to accept he's probably not coming.
It's like an ice pick through my heart.
By George, he's a guest next week. What's the chances of that? at least we'll be able to find him. He's tagged, I think. Isn't
No,
he
he's a
Is
good
he not
boy,
tagged anymore?
George. He'll turn
He'll
up.
be there.
Oh, he'll be there, all
we
right.
shouldn't... something bad might have happened, so let's not...
I'm just saying he's
jump.
hurt my feelings.
I don't need to think that we've run out of things to talk about because the guest hasn't turned up,
No.
by the way. But do you know Dizzy Gillespie, the jazz player, when he was in an automobile accident, and after that he couldn't hit the B flat above high C.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Is he a singer?
No, he was a trumpeter.
Oh.
And then the bird,
Break his trumpet.
Charlie Parker, he died laughing watching a juggler on television.
Did he?
Anyway, how's your week been?
Well, I've been coming down with something.
Have you?
I've been coming down with a little bit of a cold. I sound a bit husky, don't I?
No.
Oh, okay. Take away my moment. But anyway, so I felt a bit miserable. You know when you feel miserable, you want to cocoon and hunker down and buy all nice foods. So I bought myself a load of comfort foods.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the supermarket, and this is a bit of a Gareth, though. And I got lots of things. I got myself some balsamic vinegar and some nice lettuce.
Comfort food?
Yeah.
Balsamic vinegar and lettuce. The world has changed.
But then, Frank... Well, it's funny you should say that.
Family bucket is what you want, KFC.
Well, then I thought, I really want something sweet. And they had, you know those, they're called Sherbet double dips. Do you know those sweeties? There's an orange and
Dib dab, sherbet dib dab.
Yeah. This is called a double dip.
It's a double dip. Is it a tribute to the financial crisis in Greece?
It might be. So I thought I'll have one of those. Well, when I threw it in the basket...
I think the family bucket is a tribute to the financial crisis in Greece. Okay, carry on.
Very good.
I'm always happy to try. If the guest doesn't turn up, we've got spare time. I think let's try some new
It's
stuff.
really good.
I
yeah,
like it.
Definitely.
But then I saw it nestling there amidst all the quite middle-class nice produce, like goat's cheese and balsamic
In your
vinegar.
basket?
Yes, it was in my basket. And I just thought it looks wrong, and I was a bit embarrassed. And I thought he'll think it's for me. So I said, when I bought it, I said, I'll just put that in my handbag for him. For him, like I had a child. I lied in Tesco Metro.
No.
Why did I lie? And now, every time I go back there, I'm going to have to buy kids' food. I'm going to have to pretend I've got a child.
Well, you don't go crack. You could have bought it for a boyfriend with a sweet tooth.
Yeah. Does
boyfriend
him
would want
suggest
that?
a boy?
What do
I
you
think
mean?
him suggests like some sort of shadowy mafia figure.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lord
But
Vader.
Him. Like you're one of Charlie's angels or something.
Yeah. Maybe Telly Savalas. He had a sweet tooth.
Do you know what they should do? Because you had a cold. What you wanted, they should do sherbet dib dab lemsips.
Gareth, that's a
an
brilliant
absolute-
idea.
Write that down.
That would be really
Yeah.
good.
Write that down. Red leather, yellow leather.
I love that, Gareth.
Oh, someone also texted, and we should have said that.
And there's a blackcurrant dipstick.
Irish wristwatch is a good tongue twister.
I'm worried that's rude. It's not, is it? No.
No, I don't
Irish
think so.
wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, Irish wrist. Yeah, it's good. I'm liking it. It's on the list. tongue twister 7. Hold on, let me write that down. Okay,
Plenty of things to talk about we've got.
I tell you what I did, though. I had my hair cut the other day, and I left the shop, and I realised I'd gone in. You know, I have no sense of direction. And I knew it's a sort of shop with a big glass window. They look out on people pass and come in. While I was having my hair cut, a man came in and said, "Oh, guess what? I'm having bottock implants." I mean, you know, I was trying to concentrate, and I hope she was too. Anyway, luckily, most of it, the rest of the details, was lost in the buzz of clippers. But as I left, I went the wrong way, which made me a bit embarrassed. So what I did, I knew they were watching me.
Yeah.
I had to turn round, and you have to justify a turn in the street like that. So what I did is I got my my phone out, as if I was receiving a text, and then a text which took me in the other direction suddenly. Big news has come from the other direction.
Yeah.
So off I went.
A text saying, no, not that way.
The other way.
Yeah, a text saying I am at 17 degrees east, and off I went, yes.
I love the fact that you felt the need to do that, though. It's so true, isn't it? Even in front of virtual strangers, it's just too embarrassing.
When you turn in the street,
Yeah.
because I have to do it a lot because I get lost a lot, people do look, what's that guy doing turning round in the street? Sometimes I look at my watch, is another one.
Oh,
it's
I
like,
do that.
It's like I've started off towards somewhere and said, I'm not just not going to make it. I'm just going to have to go straight to point C.
What you
So
can do now, though, is you can pretend you've got GPS on your thing, on your phone.
Don't confuse him.
GPS? What is that?
He doesn't know what that is.
GPS? Should I know what that is?
SKA, Stephen K. Amos. That's what I thought it was.
Global position.
That's
We
a-
need global positioning for Stephen K.
He
Amos,
has
'cause
that on
Where is he? Where has he
No,
gone?
don't say something bad might have happened.
No, it
Be
hasn't.
Of course it's possible. It happens every day.
Okay.
Frank on
Radio.
Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio.
Absolute Radio.
Frank, we had a text in from Eamon. You know, you were talking about turning around in the street
Yes.
because, you know, you didn't want people to know that you'd changed your mind about going in another direction.
Well, I got lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eamon says, if I need to turn around in the street, I will pat my pockets as if I've forgotten my keys wallet.
Oh, yeah, I think I've used that one as well.
Have
Isn't
you?
it tragic? What's
know.
wrong with us?
Yeah. It's better than just pretending you've had an idea.
Yeah, that'd be good, yeah. I clip my fingers, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe throw my hands in the air. Ooh. And then go. That might work. I was walking past the Mr. Nice premiere the other night.
Oh,
I
were
wasn't
you?
invited, I was just walking
Oh,
past.
it's a shame.
And I got paparazzied by the people, and I thought, that's not, look, if you want, you know, that's not right. You shouldn't be able to get paparazzied walking past.
You hadn't signed up for that on that
I was
evening.
I was in casual clothes.
Well, you're always in casual clothes.
I know, but I mean more casual than normal. It was just a blue crushed velvet catsuit split to the waist and white sneakers. I was on my way to a 70s night. What about it?
Sounds like Mel Gibson's ex-wife. Those things she wears.
Yes. Anyway, don't lead me into... Anyway, next week, Boy George is our guest, fingers crossed. No reason why. I'm excited about that. He used to work in the Oasis.
I love Boy George.
You can get Not the Weekend podcast this Wednesday coming, which is just nothing to do with this show at all. And Ben Jones is next. And that's always good. So he looked at me then like I didn't mean that, but I did mean it. Last night was fabulous, the Absolute, because...
Oh, I thought you meant with Ben Jones.
No, I went to Dave Gorman's wedding, and Jeff Lloyd was the best man at that thing. And I said, how did the speech go? He said, I'm not sure, really. So I did a bit of research. I asked one of the, a relative of someone. I said, how was the best man speech? He said, it's all right. He said, he used a plunger and a gas mask. So, I'll be tuning in on Monday to find out what that was. That's about all from us. Thank you very much. I do hope Stephen K. Amos isn't being cut out of a wreck with oxyacetylene equipment as we speak.
Oh, God.
So, Godspeed him. Good day to you.
You're listening to Frank Skinner on Absolute Radio with Treebor Soft Mints, bringing a softer, mintier feel to your Saturday morning.
Absolute Radio.